Welcome back to the news at 10. CFAO Equipment, a global brand with presence in Nigeria for decades, has unveiled a Fuso truck assembly plant in Lagos, southwest of the country. The plant is a wholly Nigerian setup with 100% indigenous talent and will also serve as an after-sales service center. According to the company's management, investing in Nigeria is a demonstration of its commitment to the country.
On the shoulders of the ever-busy Oshodi-Apapa Expressway is the premises of CFAO Company, and behind those walls, history is being made. CFAO is unveiling Fuso truck assembly plant for Nigeria and by Nigeria. The federal government is vigorously pursuing an ambition for an automotive industry, and CFAO have jumped on the wagon.
The Nigerian market is, of course, a strategic market in West Africa. To succeed, we have many assets. The first asset, of course, is the quality of our partner. The Daimler Group is a world leader in the sector of trucks and buses. We are very proud and to be able to develop this project in close cooperation with Daimler Truck Asia, our partner, not only in Nigeria, but also for more than 30 years in Ivory Coast, in Ghana, in Gabon, and more recently in Algeria, in Mauritius, in Madagascar, and maybe some other.
Great. The company says it wants to bring manufacture home, help customers with after-sales service, quality spare parts, but hopes that authorities in Nigeria will raise the benchmark of vehicles that enter the country so local markets can grow.
Fuso is essentially owned by Daimler and Mitsubishi. It's one of the most popular truck brands around the world. The product that we're producing here is a Canter truck. The Canter truck is essentially a workhorse, so that's the first thing. The second thing is that it's a reconfirmation of CFAO's continued investment in Nigeria.
With the capacity to assemble at least 5 trucks per day, this is really very an excellent development. It will create jobs in Nigeria. It will allow the transfer of technology, and also most importantly, we will now have a vehicle made in the country that is applicable to some of the challenges that we face in the country in the transportation sector.
Available statistics show that the country accounts for only 3% of the group's income. The anticipation is that the plant will hire local talent, help the local economy, and eventually grow to a 10% contributor. CFAO says it is proud to have done business in Nigeria in the last 115 years.
Continental banking powerhouse United Bank of Africa has awarded 12 successful participants in its national essay competition with cash rewards and other prizes. The rewards follow the unveiling of the top 3 winners at the UBA House here in Lagos.
UBA Foundation is a corporate social responsibility arm of United Bank for Africa, responsible for the annual national essay competition. The foundation has sustained this initiative since 2011. The 2017 edition produced over 1,000 applicants that resulted in these 12 finalists.
It's not just for the 12 finalists who are here today, but it's also for those who enter. Like I said, we had over 1,000 entries. So for those who enter into this competition, for those who will try again, for those who have actually written essays, just rekindling your passion for learning is one of the things that we're trying to achieve here.
The essay competition is aimed at rekindling the reading and learning culture among the youth, an initiative that the Group Managing Director of the UBA, Mr. Kennedy Uzoka, expects to limit their exposure to social media jargon.
So we're trying to get people to go back to the basics, to read and write appropriately. And I believe you are still tested in English language. So when you get used to writing all these text messages, chances are that you will get into an examination hall and begin to use the same thing. And what happens to you? You fail.
The finalists went through 2 stages of the competition before getting to the grand finale.
Samuela Samolo.
Wow. The overall winner, Samuela Sam Olu, a 15-year-old student of the British Nigerian Academy in Abuja, goes away with 1 million naira, while the second and third place winners get 750,000 naira and 500,000 naira each.
I continued reading different parts of speech. I continued rewriting essays so that when I entered the exam room, I was able to remember everything and use factors from the different essays I wrote.
My father really banked with UBA, though late now. My children are banking with UBA. I bank with UBA. My salary comes in UBA. So UBA is paying me back.
Out of the 12, one person made it as the overall winner. And in my tradition, we will be sponsoring the person through university education anywhere in the continent with a grant of 1 million naira per annum.
United Bank for Africa has presence in 19 African countries, with the essay competition tagging along in major markets and expected to impact lives for posterity.
Let's take a look at some business news now. Here's Emana Amawe.
You first. First Bank.
Hello and welcome to Business News. The federal government says it's offering a total of $3 billion Euro bond under its $4.5 billion Global Medium-Term Note program. The notes comprise a $1.5 billion 10-year series and a $1.5 billion 30-year series note. Pricing for the offer was determined following a roadshow led by the Honorable Minister of Finance, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, and other top officials in the Ministry of Finance. The offering, which attracted significant interest from leading global institutional investors, is expected to be closed on or before November the 28th and will be admitted to the official list of the UK Listing Authority and available to trade on the London Stock Exchange's regulated market. Proceeds of the notes are expected to be used in funding the approved budgetary expenditures and for the refinancing of domestic debt. And Nigeria's gross domestic product grew by 1.4% in the third quarter of 2017. This is the second consecutive positive growth since the emergence of the economy from recession in the second quarter. Data released by the National Bureau of Statistics today shows this growth is 3.74% higher than the rate recorded in the corresponding quarter of 2016. Quarter on quarter, real GDP growth was 8.97%. Aggregate GDP was also higher at 29.45 trillion naira in nominal terms. Real growth of the oil sector was 25.89% in the third quarter of 2017, representing an increase of 48.92% in 2016. The non-oil sector grew by a negative 0.76% in real terms during the period under review. This is lower by minus 0.79% compared to 2016. This quarter was driven mainly by agriculture and other services. And nutrition company Friesland Campina Wamco has launched the Drink, Move and Be Strong preschool program that will educate school children on healthy eating and active living. At the formal launch of the project in Lagos, the Corporate Affairs Director of the company, Ore Famurewa, said the company's goal is to reduce the cases of malnutrition among children, especially preschoolers.
These are very essential things.
With grim statistics from an MICS5 survey report for the period between 2016 and 2017 for Nigeria, showing an increase in child wasting from 24.2% in 2016 to 31.5%, and child stunting rising to 43.6% in 2017.
That's preventing us from drinking milk.
Friesland Campina Wamco Nigeria PLC says it's taking the bull by the horns to fight the rising crisis of malnutrition as it launches the Drink, Move, Be Strong preschool program.
It's indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all to the media launch of the Drink, Move, Be Strong preschool program, which is brought to you by PIC 456. we realize it is important for children to learn the benefits of good nutrition and to develop healthy eating habits.
Another official of the nutrition company explains that the program has two arms, the nutrition and exercise routine, and the unveiling follows.
Friesland Campina WAMCO, I want to commend you for this laudable initiative. I want to encourage you to even do more to bring down malnutrition in our dear country and to make our children healthy even as they grow older.
They were very transparent in engaging us. And then there's quality collaboration. Right from the onset, we are involved. The planning, the preparation, everything we are involved. So that's the kind of collaboration we want to see from other companies.
To drive the vision further, teachers are a key part and they undergo training in the use of the kits. Friesland Campina WAMCO is confident that the Drink, Move, Be Strong program, powered by Peak 456, will impact on preschoolers, which in turn will contribute to reducing the malnutrition crisis in Nigeria. And Nigeria's stock market starts the week in the green on bargain hunting by investors as financial markets await the outcome of the two-day CBN MPC rate decision meeting tomorrow. Bisi Adebayo has the details.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Reports. Ahead of the final two-day interest rate decision meeting by the Central Bank's Monetary Policy Committee, the local equities market starts the fourth trading week of November upbeat by 0.24%. Well, this comes as traders and analysts expect no action to be taken by the MPC as foreign investors take advantage of the low price of equities after some load shed last week. The 0.52% increase each recorded by the banking and consumer goods sectors on Monday helped lift the market further. PZ, NASCO and Eternal Oil are top three equities out of 17 gainers, while Forte Oil has the highest price loss among 15 losers. Custodian, FVN Holdings and Fidelity Bank are the main contributors to a total of 208.7 million units of shares traded in 2,993 transactions for the day. And that's it on the Stock Market Reports. I am Bisi Adebayo.
And it's mostly a positive close today for major world stock markets as investors await the details of the U.S. tax reforms. Let's take a look at the figures. And that's Business News tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Emana Amawe. It's back to Ijoma.
You first. First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, tennis stars pay tribute to former Wimbledon champion Nana Inovatova, who died of cancer at the age of 49. That's on sports. Please stay with us.